One of the women captured in a viral video whipping a 90-year-old woman to death in Kafaba has been explaining her actions.
I don't remember beating the old woman. I asked my mom if I was the one beating the woman.
Professor Naana Agyemang, who was outdoored as a running mate of the NDC flag bearer, had a lot to say.
Making history is gratifying, but what really matters is not to be the first through the door. What matters is to hold that door open for those behind us.
Mr. Mahama also had a lot to say.
I pledge on behalf of the NDC that we shall, within 1 year of being in office, pay all funds that have been locked up with the collapsed financial institutions.
Now, while some traders in Kintampo believe this promise is a scam, leaders of the Coalition of Affected Savings and Loans customers say their members are excited to hear this.
Our members are saying they prefer that 1 year period to the 5 years period, and majority will be tempted to vote for NDC and the ex-president.
When the Auditor General Daniel Domelevo made Ghanaians know that keys to his office had been changed,
but the key cannot even enter.
Chairman of the Audit Service Board gave this explanation.
The acting Auditor General informed us that he wasn't happy about the security of that office, and therefore he was suggesting that we secure the place. The board authorized him to buy new locks and secure the place.
But the NDC thought otherwise.
The manner in which this gentleman in particular is being treated, it must be personal. It actually transcends the office that he holds.
Meanwhile, the Supreme Court this week struck out a request to restrain Johnson Ekwamu-Asiedu from acting as Auditor General. The Supreme Court also dismissed a case challenging the accreditation of the Ghana School of Law as the only institution to provide professional law courses. The Court of Appeal gave the multimedia group green light to broadcast documentary detailing pervasive theft of cocoa beans from poor farmers. Renowned lawyer Chachu Chikata refused to argue the NDC's review of the voters' register case at the Supreme Court. The court dismissed the case, and the NDC was not happy.
Chachu Chikata was of the view that just grant me an adjournment, which will enable me read through the processes that were filed and served on me whilst I'm on my feet.
This is how a leading member of the NDC, Atu Ahoy, describes late President Professor Mills.
Mills was good, so he assumed that every human being was good. But in politics, they are very bad people. And when you encounter the bad people, you have to deal with them.
The MP for Asawasi took on security agencies for standing by unconcerned after MPP sympathizer allegedly pulled a gun at a registration center at Abuabu No. 1.
Sometimes they even arrest the person without even knowing why they arrested the person.
The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, made some revelations at the celebration of the Muslims Eid al-Adha festival.
So the President has decided that, inshallah, in his next term of office, through the Zongo Development Fund and the Ministry for Education, we will build 16 model senior secondary schools in Zongo communities in each of the 16 regions in Ghana.
At a ceremony to hand over buses to senior high schools in the country, this is what Education Minister Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh said.
I do recall a famous statement that if free SHS was doable, Nkrumah would have done it. Can I also then say, since His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo has delivered the free SHS, his government probably is better than Nkrumah's government.
Ghana, we are told by Professor Kwame Ahoy in his book, rejected U.S. request for the release of over 400 Ghanaians to America.
They advised us to reject the proposal on 3 main grounds. 1, the list clearly contained names of persons who could not possibly be CIA assets and was intended to destabilize Ghana's intelligence architecture.
Members of the Abusokan Spare Parts Dealers Association locked the shops of their Nigerian counterparts.
If care is not taken, about 5 years out of us, they will take the market.
And this was not taken lightly.
I think enough is enough. We are not going to take it anymore. As a national president, I'm commanding Nigerian traders to defend themselves from any body, from any gutter or any association.
The shops were reopened the next day. The music video of Beyonce's Already featuring King of Dancehall Shatta Wale dropped. That's a wrap of the week with me, Hannah Odame.